So yeah, 2009, which is 10 years later. Not exactly relevant in the slightest. But yeah, we have the obvious thing that I'm going to start off first. Because this doesn't just have like the thing that's been in the last couple of videos, another sequel to Saw that I didn't put in this one, but it also has one that I do actually had 3 entries on. So let's do the last one, Saw. Why didn't I put it? It's nice. It's got a fun idea of like greed and manipulation. It's good in that idea, and definitely has fun ideas with the idea of like a lone, like a person. Definitely when you have like the carousel ride with all the people who choose, it's really interesting and really effed up as an idea. And I do get that some of the individual traps I think are good, but some I there's 2 traps in this which I do like, which is one, the choose, which is like he holds 2 things, he has to choose one or the other, and the shotgun carousel ride, but I think it's not as good as the other stuff. I am going to point out the other thing, which this is one of the films of Final Destination 4. Now, if you don't know of previous films, Final Destination 1 in 2000 was in that year. When Final Destination 3 came out in 2003, I even said that Final Destination 1 and 2 was a good 1-2. The video I stitched with Straw Hat Luffy alongside being what I think would be one of the best films in 2003. 2006 had that one. Why haven't I put 2004? Why do I say 2004? 2009's Final Destination. Because it's bad, I think a lot of people pointed out, it's very much, go to this thing, to the... You can say the same with 2003, I fully admit that. But I like the camera idea. I like the choose your own adventure that the DVD had. I think it sort of wraps up and is a good thing, and the literal, like, here's the vision, is too obvious. I liked it when it was either a small buzz or a film, not literal visions. So yeah. I am going to point out that this also has Sherlock Holmes, the one with Robert Downey Jr., which I like. I found it a good film. I definitely think it's really good. And it was about to be the one I picked. I would also like to point out, I'm going to come back to this. Because one of the films in this sequel, the sequel, is going to be on this list. Well, you already know that, I've already made a list. But what I did pick here was Coraline. And Coraline I like because it has the same way as like Corpse Bride of this, and it's, I think, Henry Selick. I'm just going to double check that. It's directed by... What has he? Yeah. Henry Selick, which I would say is a genius when it comes to storytelling. And when he's like, I've got all of these things and I'm going to do it in this way, it's, yes, it is genius at work. So, I might do something with that, with something else, which will be today. I've got like 2 stations coming up, but I couldn't record it because I had to... I wanted to upload then, so I had to. It's weird. It's very complicated, but don't worry about it. But overall, I absolutely like sort of this sort of movie. But it's stop motion, which I like. I absolutely like stop motion, definitely because it looks so intense and so absolutely amazing. I also like the sort of like storytelling to it, and I don't mean story as in the story is telling, but it sort of has that feel of a story, if you like fable like stuff, right? I like the sort of creepy nature to the villain, and I like how even when she's being good, or at least looking or appearing like she's trying to be good, it's very much about, oh, go fetch this person. He must be on the piano. It's very smiley, and this, and hello. Which is not like that sort of like what I would like the Stepford was, but it's very overly happy. It's very overly joyous to hide. And I like when she sort of like does the sort of like game of like hide and seek later on. Obviously I have to admit there's a bunch of theories about like, oh, the cat and this and that and that. And even though they're fun, it's a bit chaotic. I don't know which is true, which is not. I just go like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, it doesn't make sense. There's some stuff I do. I mean, it's somewhat true. Like, there's a theory, I think, that one of the girls who was sort of like in pigtails, I don't know if I was confirmed or not, was the sister to YB's grandma back in the day, which legitimately could be true. It could be. I wouldn't be surprised. That's one that I'm like, yeah, this is true. I believe that. But overall, I think this is good. I absolutely love this, and I definitely 100% recommend for you to watch. And good night.